Welcome, everybody, and thanks for joining us this morning. It's going to be a great morning. I got to tell you guys, I couldn't be more excited than to be here at Deerwood School this morning. When I grew up, I went to Juniper School. Big round of applause. Little bit of applause. I get that you guys are Deerwood. Westwood School, my kids went to Westwood School. Westwood. I was a fan, not so much anymore. I got some connections to Deerwood. I know Deerwood School, right? Dennis is Deerwood. A couple Riverside. Kelly, where'd you go? Juniper School. Hey, I love that. But I got to tell you guys, I came here a couple years ago when the military honor band was here, or the cover band, whatever they were called. It was the craziest scene I've ever seen. The Deerwood School students were the best students I've probably seen in Thompson in a long, long time. So give yourselves a round of applause. I know we're going to have a great time this morning. We couldn't have a better audience. So today we're here to talk about the Power Smart Manitoba Games. The Games are Manitoba's largest ongoing multi-sport program. It brings together participants from across the province. Every 2 years, over 3,000 athletes, coaches, officials, and volunteers come together in the spirit of the Games. They're coming here. It's going to be good. Well, not here to Deerwood School, but here to Thompson. My name is Bruce Krentz. I'm the chair of the Communications Committee with the host society, so I'm going to try to keep the proceedings rolling along here today. Following the success of the last Power Smart Manitoba Games in Morden, Stanley, Winkler, we look to the future and the winter of 2018. So I'm joined by a whole bunch of special guests today. We sort of got their bios already, where they went to high school or elementary school, but I'll tell you a little bit more. The Minister of Sport, Culture and Heritage, the Honourable Rochelle Squires, is here. And she's joined by Kelly Bindle, our MP. And I will sorry about that. Someday, dare to dream. The Mayor of Thompson is Worship Dennis Fensky. We've got the Sport Manitoba Interim CEO, Laurel Reed. Representing the title sponsor of the Power Smart Manitoba Games, Ed Daniluk from Manitoba Hydro. And from the 2018 Host Society, we have co-chair Sandra Ross Hitch. And you guys might have seen this guy before, but Todd Harwood is the chair of sport and the third co-chair. Yes. Absolutely. Give it up for that guy. So to make today's special announcement, I'd like to call up Minister Rochelle Squires.
Thank you so much. Good morning, boys and girls. Thank you for welcoming me into your classroom and into your beautiful school. And thanks to the entire city of Thompson for welcoming us here. I'm just absolutely delighted to be here on behalf of our Premier, Brian Pallister, to share a very special announcement with you this morning. I'd also like to say and acknowledge that we're on Treaty 5 territory, and I'm just very delighted to be here. And let me thank the students and staff of Deerwood School for hosting this morning's announcement. Allow me this opportunity to acknowledge the Mayor of Thompson, His Worship Dennis Fensky, and I would like to thank the Mayor and all of Thompson's city councillors and the entire community for stepping up and saying, we want these games in our city. I would also like to acknowledge my colleague, the MLA for your riding, Mr. Kelly Bindle, and thank him for joining us this morning for this exciting announcement, and would like him to come up and say a few words as well.
Thank you, Rochelle, and welcome everyone. This is a very exciting announcement today, and it's possible through the help of Power Smart and Manitoba Hydro, and I want to thank them. And it's also going to be through a lot of volunteers that make this a success in the north. We're very happy to have this opportunity. It doesn't come very often, and we want to thank everyone that made it possible. And I also want to acknowledge we have some of the Sport Manitoba people here today. They're representing it's badminton, cross-country skiing, and swimming. And we want to welcome them, and we want to promote this event so that everybody comes out, and when you watch it, the athletes act as role models, and everybody can enjoy the sport, be entertained, and hope to achieve what they're achieving. Thanks.
Thank you, Kelly. And it is my absolute distinct pleasure to officially announce on behalf of the Manitoba government that the City of Thompson will be hosting the 2018 PowerSmart Manitoba Winter Games next March 4th to the 10th. Now, how many of you boys and girls like to play sports? Do we have any cross-country skiers in the room? Volleyball? Baseball? What do you guys like to play up here? Hockey, of course, of course. Well, I am so excited that these games are going to be right here in your own community, and how great it would be if some of you had some of your friends or your family members or your community trying out for the Norman team, and that you get to be here to watch the games and participate, cheer your friends and family on. We're just so thrilled that these games are going to be here in your community. And these things don't happen by themselves, so I really want to take a moment to say congratulations to the members of Thompson's Manitoba Games Committee for seizing this fantastic opportunity for the people of Thompson and for all of you who are proud to call Northern Manitoba your home. I would especially like to recognize the co-chairs of the Thompson's Organizing Committee, Ms. Sandra Ross-Hitch and Mr. Todd Harwood, and all the great people who were part of your winning team. Absolutely, they deserve a huge round of applause. I would also like to thank all of our game sponsors, including Manitoba Hydro and other local supporters of the Thompson business community. These games would not be possible without the generosity of the entire community and its sponsors, and I thank all of you for your generosity. I know that Thompson has, yeah, absolutely, they deserve a round of applause too. It's a cheerful crowd here this morning. I know that Thompson has the community support and the volunteer spirit that is so necessary to have a successful Manitoba Games. The PowerSmart Manitoba Games are an important testing ground for Manitoba's young athletes. The competition, the camaraderie, and the good sportsmanship are all important lessons and experiences that come from competing in these games. Many of the young athletes that will come to Thompson next March will go on to represent Manitoba at events like the Canada Games. Some will even take their careers farther in their athletic development and may someday represent Canada at the Olympic Games or the Pan Am Games or any other major international competition. The support these young athletes receive at this time is critical to the paths that they have chosen, and it is up to all of us to give them the support and the encouragement whenever we can. We are confident that Thompson will provide that support and encouragement and do a tremendous job of welcoming all the athletes in hosting the 2018 PowerSmart Manitoba Winter Games. And now, without further ado, it gives me great pleasure to announce that the countdown to the Games is officially on, and in 369 days, your community is going to be the community to be in Manitoba. Athletes from across the province will come together in March of 2018 into the city of Thompson. Come on in.
All right, only 369 days to go. Every night as you guys are lying in bed, you can just start counting them down, counting them down. It's going to be great. Are you guys excited about the games? It's guaranteed to be a good time. Now would you please welcome the Mayor of Thompson, His Worship, Dennis Fensky.
Thank you, Bruce. Just to point out, current Deerwood Dragons alumni, K through 3. Go Dragons. I would like to, first off, thank Minister Squires and MLA Kelly Bindle for coming and making the official announcement of the games. We are a very proud community with a rich history, located on the Treaty 5 lands of Nishwaak Cree Nation and the homeland of the Métis people. So I want to make sure that everyone knows where Thompson is in Manitoba. In March of 2018, they'll get a better picture and a bigger picture of who we're about and who you are all about as a community. So once again, I want to thank Minister Squires and MLA Kelly Bindle. I want to also recognize Sport Manitoba and all the staff and support that have been working in the background to get this off the ground and officially announced. So all those hard-working people guided by Pat Kirby, I want to say thank you. I want to recognize councillors in attendance, Councillor Colleen Smook, Councillor Blake Ellis. Also want to recognize former Mayor Tim Johnson, who was part of the '94 games. I want to recognize Vice President of Operations Mark Scott from Valet, and all of the volunteers and chairs that have been named for the upcoming games. This event, as the Minister has spoken about, is a great event for our community, and it's all about sport, having fun, and growing as individuals and as residents of our community, and showing the other people in Manitoba and all visitors, whether they come from Manitoba or outside, what a great community we have, the spirit that we have. You can feel the energy in this room. It'll only build, as the Minister announced, 369 days from now. It will grow. Also want to acknowledge Deputy Mayor Valentino for attending as well. Just the energy that's brought in this room that starts today will grow day by day by day, and through March 4th to the 10th in 2018, it will be a tremendous event. If any of you attended Winterfest this past weekend, or happened to be part of the Rogers Hometown Hockey last year, my description of the Manitoba Games is those events on steroids. It's a fabulous event that everyone's going to enjoy, that it'll be a lot of fun, and encourage everyone to get involved in any way you can, either as a volunteer or a participant. So once again, thank you, Minister, for the announcement. Look forward to 2018. See you March 4th to 10th in Thompson.
Thank you, Mayor Fensky. Manitoba Hydro has long been a supporter of the Manitoba Games program, and we know that they believe in the power of sport, and we're pleased to continue to partner with them as title sponsor of the Power Smart Manitoba Games. Bringing greetings on behalf of Manitoba Hydro, please, big round of applause for Ed Danilon.
It's great to be back to Deerwood School, a school I once attended quite some time ago. And it's my pleasure to congratulate the City of Thompson and the School District of Mystery Lake on stepping up to host the 2018 Power Smart Manitoba Games. For nearly 20 years, Manitoba Hydro has been proud to support Manitoba's future and our young people, and they've competed in the Manitoba Games. Since assuming title sponsorship of the Power Smart Games in 2006, we have welcomed into the communities of Beaucheur, Carman, Portage-la-Prairie, Swan River, Borden-Winkler, and Steinbach. In each instance, we have recognized and appreciated the effort of the various host committees and who have ensured the games were a smashing success. I am confident that the City of Thompson will deliver an outstanding event in 2018. The Power Smart Manitoba Games gives Manitoba Hydro an opportunity to increase public awareness of energy conservation, and in 2016-17, customers who participated in our Power Smart programs will collectively enjoy a reduction of $16 million on their energy bills, and $4 million of that for residential customers. Also, our Power Smart investments will reduce greenhouse gas emissions by 259,000 tons, which is the equivalent of taking 52,000 cars off the road for 1 year. Beyond the significant time commitment required for the host committee, Manitoba Hydro recognizes the many groups of hardworking individuals that it takes to create this important event for our young athletes. Committee chairs, members, sports and venue organizers, and residents all come together in a classic display of teamwork. I'm especially pleased to recognize the history of devotion to the athletes, sponsors, coaches, and volunteers. Indeed, I know it will be another gold medal performance. In closing, I wish to extend Manitoba Hydro's best wishes to everyone involved with the 2018 Power Smart Manitoba Games. Thank you.
And now, representing the major funding partner of the PowerSmart Manitoba Games and the lead agency responsible for sport development in the province. Sounds pretty important, eh? Yeah, this is a pretty big deal. Sport Manitoba's interim CEO, here's Laurel Reed.
Thank you. Good morning. On behalf of Sport Manitoba, it's my pleasure to congratulate the City of Thompson as hosts of the 2018 PowerSmart Manitoba Winter Games. These games define what is so special about sport. They bring people together, foster friendships, reinforce healthy lifestyles, generate community participation, and build pride. The Games are a significant and vital developmental program for amateur sport in our province, enhancing sport participation, development, and excellence. The PowerSmart Manitoba Games are a momentous event made possible by many. The host society is a critical component of the team. We are thrilled to have volunteer co-chair Sandy Ross Hitch and Murray Kissick leading that charge. Every host society that has gone before will tell you unequivocally that while the investment is steep, the reward is supreme. In addition to Thompson's 1,000 volunteers, these games will have many supporters. Thank you to the Province of Manitoba for its important backing of amateur sport through Premier Pallister and Minister Squires. Thank you to the Manitoba Games Council and our corporate sponsors, led by Manitoba Hydro as the title sponsor. And welcome and thank you, City of Thompson and Council and Mystery Lake School District for voting unanimously to support the hosting of this tremendous event. We can't wait to take this journey with you. The PowerSmart Manitoba Games flag has been held in trust by the Manitoba Games Council until the next host community is now named. It now gives me great pleasure to hand over the flag to the Thompson Host Society. I invite the co-chair of the Thompson Host Society, Sandy Ross Hitch, along with the rest of the executive committee, to join me now to receive the flag.
And there's some shy ones out there, so thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. Sure, whatever.
She already almost introduced herself, but I want to do it officially. One of the co-chairs of the Thompson Host Society is Sandra Ross Hitch, and she's going to share some words with us now. Yeah, exactly. Come on.
Thank you. When Mayor Fenske, before I start my official speech here, when Mayor Fenske asked me to step up, of course I said yes, but Murray Kissick, who is my other co-chair that you don't know isn't here right now, he took a 5-week vacation. So anyway, on behalf of the host society, I'd like to recognize that we are on and the games will be held on NCN treaty land. Yes. I would like to welcome the minister and our local MLA for coming out today. So I would like to thank Mayor and Council for knowing that Thompson would take up this challenge in hosting the games. I'd like to acknowledge the Mystery Lake School Division and its trustees for your full support in the next year. To the PowerSmart Hydro game sponsors and for their contributions and their continued contributions to the games. We'd like to acknowledge the industry that brought Thompson alive. Valet, we would not be where we are and have facilities like the VRCC to host such an event with their local support. And I'd just like to acknowledge Mark Scott, the VP of Manitoba Operation, and he's here today supporting us again as Thompsonites. Thank you so much, Mark. For Murray and Todd, because he steps in, here's Todd, over there, steps in when Murray's away, and myself, and the host committee that you see up here today, we are honored to be asked to make these games happen. These games will give Thompson the opportunity to see provincial athletes perform at their best. And for some of these athletes, you'll be seeing them at the nationals, world, and even Olympic stages in the future. So what an experience for Thompson and for you, the youth of Thompson, to potentially see an Olympic athlete in Thompson. These games are the closest things that some of us will see an Olympic athlete being at, or a world champion, or a national champion. As Murray Kissick said, these games are not about the host society, it's about Thompson and Thompsonites coming together as a community, showing off what we have in the north and what we're so proud of. And Sport Manitoba, thank you. Thank you for the faith in us, and we welcome the games in with open arms in 1 year with Northern hospitality. And one more thank you. I want to thank the 2012 committee that went to bid for the 2014 games that Morden Winkler was succeeded in hosting. And without that committee and presenting it to Sport Manitoba, the games of 2018 wouldn't have been awarded to us. So thank you, and thank you for Thompson and the citizens of Thompson that'll step up and to be volunteers. We look forward to 369 days of pure fun, and then pure fun for a whole week. Thank you.
Okay, I'm not sure where I'm at, but I think we're at the end. This is it. We presented the flag, we heard from Sandra, it's all good. Can I tell you guys one thing that's freaking me out a little bit before we wrap it up here? There were games here in Thompson in 1994, so that was like 24 years ago, and I came to Deerwood School to do a little rah-rah pep rally thing. So I'm kind of old. I look great. I think I look great. Hopefully we're back here again in 25 years after we host the absolute best Manitoba games that have ever happened when we do that in 2018. When I was here in 94, I think we gave away like donuts and candies and stuff. Times have changed, kids. I got no donuts for you. We got nothing. But you know what? There's some water bottles and there's some tattoos and healthy living, and you could look as good as me. So make sure you get some of those on the way out. One more big round of applause for everybody and for the Manitoba Games. It's going to be great. Top shelf. Thanks for having us, everybody. See you at the games.